I actually think Gen Z's aging the best, bro. Compared to previous generations, I mean, Gen Z, I wouldn't say Gen Z is aging terribly, but I would say, like, in terms of mental, we're aging faster. But as physical appearance, we look younger, way younger compared to previous generations. You look at an old photo of like your dad or your grandpa, them niggas look like 40-year-olds at 21. I'm 21. And don't call me Unc, cause somebody did that the other day. Don't call me Unc. Don't call me Unc. Anyways, we got a video by Why Gen Z is Aging Terribly by Love Halal. Per usual, like, subscribe, and follow my Instagram. Thank you.
Within the last year or so, I've seen much more talking points or conversations surrounding the general idea that Gen Z looks much older than average, or than they should. I guess we should, since I'm a part of Gen Z. And really, I feel like these conversations picked up a lot last year. I feel like this debate was kind of put to bed a little bit, but then it got reinvigorated after I seen this. Take a look at this person right here. I know you might remember them. Odds are you've seen the TV show Stranger Things. This is the main character. They call her 11. Fast forward some years, and this is her now.
No,
I'm just kidding. This is actually what she looks like now. The cameraman did her dirty, bro. If you would have told me this is Caitlyn Jenner's long lost twin sister.
now her, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I've seen most of the cast. They're not aging that good. But to her defense, season 1 of Stranger Things came out when? Like 2016? Dude, she got older. That's going to happen whenever you bullshit and take your time to finish a show, bro. There's no reason for Stranger Things to go on as long as it did without releasing a season every year and wrapping it up. There's only, what, 4 seasons of Stranger Things? From 2016 to now, there's only been 4 seasons of Stranger Things, bro. This shit's OD, bro. So I really can't blame her because she's going to age, bro. It's going to happen. Even Lucas's little sister, the black girl, she just graduated high school, bro. She was under 10 when the show started, I believe. Or something like that. I don't know.
Hey, I would have believed you. She actually ended up seeing this on her timeline because, you know, this controversy was so controversial, I guess. But she said, you did beat me when I was 10 and my face grew. What do you want me to do about that? Which, yeah, true. You're not gonna look nearly the same as when you were 10, okay? There's no doubt about that. And before anybody gets in the comment section crying and saying that I'm judging, you know, the way somebody looks, take it from the literal doctors and dermatologists who guessed she was 42 years old.
42?
She's 20.
Oh, really?
And when I first saw these photos, I didn't really think too much of it. I mean, that's the natural aging progression or whatever. I don't know, people get older. But then I was like, wait a minute. Millie Bobby Brown is 21 years old. She's younger than me. I don't think I look that old. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, bro. Then I thought to myself,
younger than you? You aren't? You aren't.
Maybe Gen Z does look a little older, but then why? And is this actually true, or is this just a one-off case and people are just making a huge generalization? Come to find out, it's not a generalization, bro, because I was on TikTok and I started seeing clips of people, you know, coming out the woodwork saying, I'm Gen Z and I look, you know, fried beyond the years.
I'm 23. In my opinion, I look like what a 23-year-old would look like.
You look like what a 23-year-old would look like if they grew up smoking cigarettes from the age of 3 years old, eating Burger King religiously and drinking Mountain Dews daily. If I would have came across this man, I don't know, outside, would I have guessed this was a 23-year-old? Nah, I probably would have said 26, 27.
I'm 25.
25 with the full baldy?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry you have to go through that. When he showed his face, he looked like the man from Toy Story in the chicken costume that tried to steal Woody. Like, I don't mean to make fun of him, bro. Hold up.
26, 27.
25 years old, bro. Nigga, you look like a history and English teacher, bro. It's fucked up what they did to you, bro. Like, nobody deserved to go to that, and you're going to that.
I'm 25.
25 with the full baldy?
I'm not even gonna pretend.
Listen, here's the best advice I can give you, buddy. Just go ahead, commit. Go full on bald. Go to Chicago, get you a hair transplant. Please.
Like I look like what a 25-year-old should look like.
I'm not gonna lie, if you have the beard genetics, bro, going with the baldy is actually a better idea than, I don't know, keeping it and trying to, you know, yeah.
Tonight I was on live with my boyfriend and someone was like, how old's your girlfriend? And the girl comments, I thought she was early 30s. I am 23.
I think for her, bro, it's more like the makeup style, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yo, I just came across this 16, but you look 30. No way this is a 16-year-old in 2025, bro. When you're 20 years old, but you look 30 because of the beard. This dude looks like he has a very high credit score, takes out loans, is a responsible, upstanding citizen, does his taxes on time. Yo, can I get some genetics, bro? No, I don't know what I gotta do to get this, but I'll do anything. I'm just kidding. I don't need a beard that bad. You look like you're in your 30s.
Haters, are you bitch jealous?
You're telling me this is the same generation of man as me? This dude looks like he
There's no
rides
way.
horses, drinks beers with the boys, and calls people the hard R for fun. It's the manliness, like in a good way. You look like a man, not a young boy. I don't know, I'm 40 and I think you look older than 20s, but like the goodest way. Yeah, okay, freak. 22. So
That
this
woman probably has a husband, by the way. She said that in a comment section, and her husband's at work, and he's about to get home, and like he's gonna have no idea that was said in the comment section. He's probably not even gonna get laid that night, bro. That's the tough reality for a lot of niggas out here, bro. Actually.
man is a couple months older than me. There's no way this man is a couple months older than me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I gotta speed up the aging process, bro. I don't know what you look. This is a 17-year-old. Yo, this guy goes into a bar. He's getting every drink he wants, bro. He's buying whatever. They don't ask him to even ID. They don't even let me go in an Uber, bro. I was going from the airport. They were like, yo, bro, I need to see an ID, bro. Get an Uber in California, you gotta be 18 years old, bro. I'm 21, bro. I've been able to get Ubers for 3 years. People tell me I look a lot older than my age.
I'm an international super spy. Super spy!
No way.
There's no way. You look like you could be a drill sergeant in the army, dude.
Exactly.
You're 19?
Yes.
You look older. I'm telling you, you look troubled and older than your years.
24 only. My guess was 34. Under this trending sound, the whole you're 19, it's a lot of people who are like minors, bro. Like I scroll down, it's a 17-year-old, right? Minor.
You're 19?
Yes.
You look older. That's not a...
Yes.
This is a 13-year-old in 2025, bro.
You're 19?
12? Okay, so it's getting younger and younger. It's getting younger and younger. You look 23. You look 20. No bullshit. This
looks
person can
about
pass for
my
like
age.
24. Maybe, I don't know, am I the too woke person? But having minors, you know what I'm saying, express how much older they look. I feel like there's a connection that can be made here. Let's just say more pred cases can occur because of things like this. Some people might honestly
That's
make...
what's been happening, bro. I don't know if y'all been noticing, but like girls like that last girl we just seen that's like 12, 13, they'll for somehow, some way end up at a bar. End up at a bar just talking to older niggas. Like, imagine you're in a situation where you meet a girl, right? She has a fake ID, blah, blah, blah. And you do something with her, and you find out she's 13, bro. I would be, like, the feeling I would have would be something more than disgust, bro. It would be, like, I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like evil, like malicious, like no way I actually did that. What would you do? Would you tell someone or do you not? That's bad. That's really bad. Ain't that what happened to Josh Giddey? Even though it was confirmed she lied, had a fake ID, all that shit, he still gets called a pedophile, bro. That's crazy.
A mistake and shoot at people who are younger or just not know. Or even worse, they'll have an excuse to be like, oh, I didn't know. Look at them. They look old. Now, I've already made an entire video covering the topic of the over-sexualization of young, minors and things of that nature. Because there are, these young kids on TikTok looking a certain way, dressed a certain way, trying to be more revealing or wear skimpy outfits and things of that nature to, I guess, obtain more attention. I don't know if it's male attention necessarily, but with the way that, the OF industry and different creators are online showing themselves off, and there's things like the minor bop house. I wouldn't even put it past you to think that. And of course, whenever you see people hating on Gen Z as a trend, the millennials will pop out of the woodworks claiming they look so young. They got the it factor and things of that nature. When y'all look old as hell too, bruh.
Millennials look younger than who?
I'm 34.
Auntie, we know. Get off my screen.
We can tell. I'm 34. I will admire, you guys have a lot of confidence.
Name, age, and where you from?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm Shelly. A lady never tells her age, but I will say I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Yes, you do. You most definitely do. Okay. We don't gotta lie. Look, you don't look younger than 39. Sorry. But you're not. You're a very attractive woman. You're not ugly. You're a very beautiful, older lady. Emphasis on the older. All right? It's about high time we stop lying. I feel like we have a lying epidemic, bro. You look older. All right? Not saying that you're like super old where you're like you're a grandpa and can't do certain things, but this got to end.
Proud of that.
Shelly.
Yes.
You look 39.
Who was gonna tell her, bro? We was gonna guess 45. I'm 45 and she looks older than me. Those deep ass wrinkles look older than 39. When I turn 39, I wanna have just as much delusion. When someone says I look 30 years old, my actual age, yeah, buddy. With the lineup, why does this guy look like an owl, kind of? POV, you told a millennial they look their age.
No, I don't look my age. But I am 31.
I would say you look 31. You look your age. Yeah. I would guess 30s.
Funny, that's the first time I've heard that.
Some of these motherfuckers need humbling, bro. You do not look as young as you think you do, bro. Millennials trying to say they look younger than Gen Z. We saying we look our age and y'all look our age. Damn. We millennials look younger than Gen Z because we wake up and find reasons to laugh, and them Gen Z wake up and look for new reasons to be offended. This is just one of those people who are like, oh, snowflakes. They're just so cancel culture. They're just trying to cancel. You are covered in full face tats. You have more important things to be worried about than what millennials and Gen Z look like. I don't know. I don't think there's a really big discrepancy between millennials and Gen Z. Probably anomalies in both. Some of them look older, some of them look younger. But I will say, if you're a millennial watching this video, I feel like millennials are more focused on looking younger versus Gen Zers. We're always more focused on being older. I guess the reason, I don't know what the reason is. More attractive. I mean, people just like to grow up fast. That's just how it is. I found a post from r/Gen Z. What's with the notion that Gen Z has aged badly? I just am barely learning about the notion.
I feel like the reason, if I had to give a specific reason why Gen Z is aging badly, it's because of the bad endeavors we're diving into. Okay. A lot of Gen Z are smoking and drinking very early. Trust me, I know. We're drinking very, yeah, I said we, yeah, I started early, yes, sorry, went to a party, baddie, shot o'clock, they were pouring up shots. What was I supposed to do, say no? My first drink was a tequila, straight to the face. Like an old Mexican man, tequila, straight to the face, no chaser. Indeed. And it's just like Gen Z so stressed out too. Because now our economy's so fucked that I'm 21 worried about bills and shit, bro. And I shouldn't have, I have like what was considered a decent paying job back when I was a freshman in high school. Now this shit is meaningless. You know, I have to work extra hours just to cover some expenses, bro, when it shouldn't be that much. You know, items growing up that were in the single digits are now double digit prices. Video games are $80 now. The value of $1 is so shit today, bro.
That we have apparently aged poorly and already look older or same as millennials. Some of it's true, especially for girls. Way too much make.
And something about needing 2 paychecks out of a week to pay rent for the whole month, there's something wrong about that. If you can't pay a month's rent with a week's paycheck, I don't think that's right, bro. At all, especially making what I make, $20 an hour. I'm just gonna say it, $20 an hour. Not being able to pay a month's rent with a 40 to 50, 60 hour check, or maybe I can with 60, but a 40 to 50 hour check, that ain't right, bro. Actually. And plus, everybody else is greedy and wants their cut too. Insurance. Car payments, this payment, utilities, food, That would stress somebody out. That would definitely give you crow's feet.
Makeup, Botox, lip fillers makes you look older. I found this article here that says why Gen Z is saying yes to Botox and plastic surgery, and I guess that backs up that person's claim even more. Research shows that more and more 20-somethings are dabbling with aesthetic treatments and even surgical procedures. Gen Z is the first to fully grow up in the digital age. Even its oldest members likely don't remember life without Facebook or Instagram. Makes sense. Skinfluencers have stripped the stigma attached to aesthetic treatments by being more transparent about the treatments they receive. Okay, Ozempic, things like that.
Okay, I always wanted fuller lips and I couldn't have them, so why not? There's a blah, 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 blah.
Some say these early interventions can make 20-somethings appear older. Contestants on the popular reality TV show Love Island have recently gotten flack for this very thing in TikTok videos and articles. One commenter writing that one 24-year-old contestant looks 44.
Okay, so the first girl is Jess.
She's old.
27.
38, lips, nose. 42. Yes. Cheeks,
40.
lips,
40.
nose.
45.
She's
50.
35.
26. 27.
32, lips, ears, nose, cheeks.
Is 26.
Oh God.
Nicole is 24.
Oh my God.
No way she's 24. You're telling me this woman right here is 24? You're telling me this woman, who is 3 years older than me, would have been in the same high school with me? Nigga, this was the teacher. Can we? Yo, that don't make me mad, bro. This is the fucking teacher. This has to be a prank. This is a prank, bro.
Harriet is 24.
Oh my God.
And then Jess is 25.
Wow.
The fact that the doctor himself is saying, oh my God, and wow. Bro, Botox, fillers, plastic surgery, I guess you might think are gonna make you look younger, but clearly not. It just honestly just makes you look like you're a 40-year-old who's trying to look younger. And half the time, I feel like these people don't even need it. You're 24 years old getting all these different, like, why? This is somebody who thinks the opposite. Okay, saying Gen Z is aging faster than millennials is an exaggerated concept. Millennials coping because they're aging, it's all BS. Me gets ID'd by mid-30s for smoking, I must still look young. No, the 20-year-olds just look 30 now. The clerk, SMH. I just know you're a millennial if you type some shit up like this, bro. The fact that you're putting like dialogue in the joke. You know what? It was funny, bro. This person right here brings up an interesting point about like smoking because Gen Z, you know, vape addicts. Let's be honest. Gen Z's love for vaping could be the reason they're aging like milk. Damn, like milk? We aging like milk, spoiled milk out here, bro? Rapidly aging faces of Gen Z can also blame e-cigarettes for their abnormally sallow skin. Damn, you pulling out vocab words I don't even know. A lot of times people will try to avoid cigarettes, but in turn, they'll make their nicotine addiction even worse by vaping. The nicotine can break down the elasticity that gives the skin its lift. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, basic science stuff. Yeah, vaping, bad for your skin. Gen Z loves vaping. Chronically online, no one I know is getting surgery on their face. It's mostly influenced and people with extreme insecurities getting that stuff done. I think you'd probably be surprised how many people are getting stuff done and you don't even know it. Obviously, the people that we're going to see that are a representative of Gen Z are just the people online, you know. It doesn't give you a whole grasp or paint the whole picture of what Gen Z looks like in a vacuum. I think it's a myth. Gen Z might be aging, you know, a little faster than I guess we should. And there are some reasons that you can point to maybe back this up if this claim is true. You would have to compare us to like the boomers, Gen X, whatever, and see who looks like what. But I will say, as I said earlier, you know, a lot of Gen Z people, they have like an older aesthetic. They want to look older through their styles, their makeup, whatever, their hair, whatever they want to do. Of course, you can't excuse like the plastic surgery and stuff, the vaping, and even something we didn't even talk about really is the stress levels of today's day. Because if we want to get into it, it's not like back in the day where you could buy, I don't know, a car for $12 and trade in a dozen eggs for a property.
Y'all see how shit I say pops up later in the video, bro? I'm like an archer with this shit, bro. We don't miss. See, being a part of my community, this is why saying subscribe to me is important, bro. Being a part of my community, I share my wisdom. I'm not saying that on no scholar, Joseph Seed, Far Cry 5 cultist shit. Legendary pool, by the way. I'm saying we value intelligence over here, actually. We hit on the mark every day, all the time.
Get a house for the price of a half-eaten apple. Of course, we also, as somebody said earlier, I think it was an article that said earlier, we're in the digital age, right? We're on social media 24/7, and social media is proven to be horrible for your mental health. Probably ages you, probably stresses you out.
Gen Z is aging like shit. Here's why. It's the stress, guys. You were too stressed growing up. It's the same reason presidents age exponentially faster when they're in office. Millennials were in school. when we were little kids. We were in peak society. The greatest trauma of our childhoods was 9/11.
Gen Z is the most disengaged group at work. They also report more overall stress and work-related burnout than other cohorts. We don't give full effort at work, symptom of burnout, other workplace behaviors like disengagement. This stress and burnout will influence job performance and career growth as well. Research showed that 77% of Gen Zers are looking for a new job, almost double the rate of other respondents. Damn. In an economy where you already can't get a job, and nowadays a lot of degrees are pretty much useless. If you go to school for art, you go to school for, I don't know, journalism, yeah, you're probably cooked.
Yeah, it's not even what you go to school for. It's about when you get out, finding the job. Because entry levels, apparently, I would say entry level jobs are basically junior jobs now. You need like 2-3+ years of experience for an entry level. Entry level, guys. Entry. I think we forgot the term, what the term entry, yo, my computer's going stupid. I think we forgot what the term entry means, bruh. If someone says the entry to the building, it means the first fucking door. Not the second or the third door. Every company thinks they're just better. That they have this high expectations of what you gotta have to work at their shitty ass law firm. Not even law firm, any business, any company. And I feel bad for college students. Genuinely. If entry jobs are 2+3, where are you supposed to get the 2+3 years of experience, bro? If you're trying to get experience for the job. I don't know. Anyways, that's enough of me, bro. This is probably like the 4th or 5th video I recorded today. I love y'all that much. I'm recording all these videos because I love y'all and I want to push out content. Follow my Instagram, like, subscribe, show love to the original creator, and I love y'all. Peace.